Wow, sis. I can't believe you were dating such an incredibly wealthy guy. Huh? Remember when we all hung out together? When we went glamping with our boyfriends? Yeah, that was my first time glamping. It was so much fun. The lodge had such a beautiful view. Thanks for inviting us. You should be grateful. My boyfriend got us special pre-opening tickets. Of course I'm grateful. Make sure to thank Jake again for me. The sunset from the deck was incredible. I'll tell him, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. Oh, what is it then? Going back to what I was saying, how did you manage to land such a wealthy guy without even realizing it? What do you mean about my boyfriend being wealthy? Come on, don't play dumb with me. Unless... Wait. Unless what? What? You're dating him, but you don't know? Or maybe he thinks you're not worth telling. Looks like David can be quite mean sometimes. What? David's never mean. What are you talking about? You know, I was admiring the nighttime view from the lodge, and that's when David told me. He said, those mountains over there and all those buildings and apartments you can see beyond them, they all belong to my family. So David's family owns tons of land and real estate. Come again? I couldn't believe it at first either. The whole mountain range. That doesn't sound right. At first, I thought he was joking and brushed it off, but I was curious, so I looked it up as soon as I got home. And guess what? David's family turned out to be real estate tycoons. Sarah, you were dating someone incredibly wealthy all this time. Wait, calm down. David isn't nearly as wealthy as you think. Are you kidding me? I did my research. I spent hours looking up property records. Hours? You never spend that much time researching anything. What are you talking about? They own mountains, farmland, buildings, and apartments. Given how things look, they must own tons more property. I used to think he was just some boring guy, but I've totally changed my opinion of him. What? What did you think of David before that? That he was a nobody? Well, yeah, obviously. Have you seen how he dresses? I can't believe you judge someone like that. Well, he's totally not my type looks-wise. Nothing like my Jake, who's handsome and muscular. David's so skinny and dresses badly. Basically the definition of a plain Joe. But turns out he's quite a catch, isn't he? Plain Joe? Sure, he's more reserved compared to Jake, who's really stylish, but he's a kind and thoughtful person. Oh, please, you don't need to defend him. I get it now. Get what? Why you're dating him despite his looks. You knew about his family's wealth all along, didn't you? That's not it at all. Kind, thoughtful, and the son of a wealthy family. He must be quite special. Sarah, you absolutely can't let David get away. You need to marry him and become a trophy wife. Trophy wife? Think about it. With his family's assets, you'd never have to work again. I like my job, thank you very much. You're so naive, sis. This is the chance of a lifetime. I don't care about any of that. I like David for who he is. Well, whatever. Just know that I'm rooting for you. Thanks, I guess. Don't mess this up, okay? A real estate fortune like that doesn't come along every day. You're being weird about this. Trust your little sister's instincts. I know what I'm talking about. I think you've got the wrong idea about all of this. We'll see who's right. Anyway, gotta go. Jake's calling. Emma, wait.
Long time no see, Sarah. Sorry for contacting you out of the blue, but I need some advice. Can you get in touch with Emma?
Jake, is everything okay?
Not really.
Of course I can get in touch with her. We're family. Did you two have a fight?
Well, not exactly a fight. She suddenly said she wanted to break up, and now I can't reach her at all.
What?
I've been trying to reach her for days.
Days? This isn't like her at all.
She told me she found someone she likes and that she's going to marry him. It happened so suddenly. And before I could even discuss it with her, she cut off all contact.
She's getting married? But you two were just together at the glamping trip.
I know. Everything seemed fine then.
Did something happen after the trip?
I honestly have no idea. We were texting normally until last week.
That girl. I can't believe she didn't even have a proper breakup conversation with you.
I just want to understand what changed.
Did she give any hints before disappearing?
Nothing at all. She was excited about planning our next date just days ago. I'm not trying to force her to get back together with me. She's found someone else she likes, I understand. But it was just so sudden that I can't wrap my head around it. I'd just like to talk to her once and understand what happened.
I'll try to contact Emma right away. I'm so sorry about my sister causing you trouble.
No, thank you for helping despite my sudden call. I'm glad we exchanged contact info the other day.
Let me try calling her now. She's not picking up. I'll try again. Still nothing. She's not picking up her phone. But I'll definitely get in touch with her. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You don't deserve to be treated this way, Jake.
I just want closure, you know?
I understand. Let me keep trying to reach her.
Thanks, Sarah. You're a good friend.
I'll get to the bottom of this, I promise. Sarah, stop being so pushy with all these calls. 20 missed calls is terrifying. What's got you so worked up? Finally, where have you been? I've been busy. Stop acting like mom. What's got me worked up? You broke up with Jake without even having a proper conversation. He's really upset. He came to me for help because he at least wants to talk things through. Oh, that's what this is about. Well, I don't care if my ex is upset. How can you be so cold? He's yesterday's news. What? There's nothing to talk about with Jake. I've decided to live my life with another guy. I heard you found someone you like. You seemed so happy dating Jake. Did you meet someone even more amazing than him? Stop bringing up Jake. Then explain what's going on. Yes, someone absolutely wonderful. David, the real estate tycoon's son. I dumped Jake so I could marry him. What? David as in my boyfriend, David? Surprise! This isn't funny, Emma. Well, he's not your boyfriend anymore. He's my boyfriend. Actually, that's not right either. David and I just submitted our marriage registration papers. What? Marriage registration? You heard me. When? How? Now David and I are newlyweds. We've been busy taking care of all the post-marriage paperwork. That's why I couldn't answer your calls. Wait a minute. This isn't some kind of prank, right? You really married David? Yep. Perfect timing with your call, actually. I needed to tell you anyway, so this worked out great. How could you do this? Do what? Fall in love? You've got to be kidding. Why would you marry your sister's boyfriend? Obviously, because he's the son of a real estate tycoon. Opportunities like this don't come along often, and property values keep going up. These days, a real estate tycoon's son is a much better catch than some good-looking corporate guy. When did you even have time to do this? We've been meeting secretly for weeks. Are you kidding me? You stole my boyfriend for a reason like that? Weren't you just saying you were rooting for us? Oh, about that. About what? Well, I thought stealing him was wrong at first. Back then, I really did want you both to be happy. But I got more and more jealous and frustrated each day. And before I knew it, I'd taken him from you. What did you just say? You're not the only one who deserves happiness. This isn't about happiness. This is about betrayal. So, anyway, you'll have to give up on David now. I get that you want to complain, but he's totally into me now, and we've submitted our marriage papers. No matter how much you whine, he's not coming back to you. That's true. You've already registered the marriage. And once a marriage registration is accepted, it's not easy to cancel. Exactly! So just accept it. I can't believe you've done this. David's cuddling up to me right now. Men really do prefer younger women, don't they? Plus, I'm cuter than you and more charming. It's your fault for not being attractive enough if he was so easy to steal. Excuse me? Just stating facts. You've completely lost your mind. I'll enjoy the luxury life enough for your share too, Sarah. I've snagged myself a rich husband and his land. We've already submitted the marriage papers, and I'm never giving him back to you. Have you checked the property deeds? Huh? Answer the question. Why are you asking about property deeds now? You can keep the great guy forever. I don't care. But before you get too excited, you should really check those property details. The sooner the better in these situations. What do you mean? Why should I check the property deeds? Living a married life based on misunderstandings would be sad, wouldn't it? I'm telling you this because these kinds of misunderstandings should be cleared up as soon as possible. You're trying to scare me. I'm trying to warn you. Misunderstandings? Oh, are you saying the properties are still in his parents' names? I'm not worried about that. He'll inherit everything eventually, so it doesn't matter if they're not in his name right now. There is a problem. That's why I'm telling you to check. He's never going to inherit those properties, no matter how many years pass. Everything's been seized and belongs to other people now. Seized? His family being wealthy was in the past. It's true they used to own a lot of land. Apparently, after his grandparents' company went bankrupt, everything was seized and sold at auction. They lost almost all their property. What? Check for yourself if you don't believe me. That's all lies. You're just jealous of my happiness and making things up. You're just trying to confuse me for fun. I wouldn't do something that petty. Then why are you saying all this? Because it's the truth. He wouldn't lie to me. He clearly said all that land and property belongs to him. Did he show you any proof? He didn't need to. I could see it all from the lodge. I hate to break it to you, but you shouldn't trust his words too much. David is kind and wonderful, but he has quite a habit of showing off. What? Should I give you some examples? Please do. I used to fall for it too when we first started dating. Whenever we saw a luxury car in the street, he'd say, "I have one of those." When I went to visit him, I was looking forward to him giving me a spin in one of them. But it turned out he just had a tiny model car. He didn't even own a single real car. Model cars? He has an entire collection of them. What? And he told me the same thing during our nighttime date. The whole "that land and those buildings are mine" line. I had to laugh when I found out about his lies later. No way! Remember that fancy watch he wears? Yes, the limited edition one. It's a replica. A good one, but still fake. What? You were fooled too? Then why did you keep dating him? Want to know the truth? Obviously! Because I wasn't dating him for his assets, and everyone has their good and bad points. Apart from his showing off, he's a really wonderful person. So I was happy dating him without any complaints. Really? He's actually very caring and thoughtful. Then why were you going to break up with him? But his boastful lies were definitely not okay. I warned him never to lie like that again, but he'd make nonsensical excuses like, it used to be my family's land. We'll get it back eventually. We just haven't yet. So it's basically mine. I had no idea he was still claiming it was his. He said the exact same thing to me. I'm not surprised. No way. So he's really not the son of a real estate tycoon? And here I thought I'd scored myself a rich husband. Well, congratulations on your very ordinary husband. Actually, I was planning to break up with him soon anyway, so don't worry about me at all. What? You were planning to break up with him? I fell out of love during that recent glamping trip, and I was just trying to figure out the right timing to end it. During our double date? Want to know what the final straw was? Tell me! Even then, he was showing off. He said, I'm great at barbecuing because I have lots of friends and such. So I let him handle it. But the meat was undercooked and didn't taste good. He could have just been honest and said, actually, this is my first time. Now that you mention it, that did happen. Remember how Jake handled the barbecue? Jake. Unlike David, Jake was so honest, saying, this is my first time, so I'm sorry if I make any mistakes. But I studied some YouTube tutorials before coming. His honesty made such a good impression. Thanks to Jake, I could see objectively how immature David was, and I fell out of love instantly. I went through all that trouble to secretly steal him for nothing? All those secret meetings, all the planning. Sorry you went through unnecessary trouble, but now you can openly enjoy your married life together. I really don't mind at all, so I wish you both happiness. You don't have to rub it in. Just being sincere. Did you see the screenshots I sent? I thought it would be faster to show you my entire conversation with Emma. Sorry for sending so many at once.
No, it's no problem. I just finished reading them all.
What do you think?
It really helped. To think she stole her sister's boyfriend. I completely fallen out of love too.
I'm still so embarrassed about all this.
Why are you embarrassed? None of this is your fault. If anything, I'm really thankful that you took the time to share all that with me.
Well, I am the older sister. I was in a position to stop her. And there's no need to thank me. Again, I'm sorry about my sister.
Please stop apologizing for her actions.
I just feel responsible somehow.
You don't need to apologize, Sarah. Oh, right. Speaking of thanks, I should be thanking you. You posted photos from the camping trip on social media, right?
Yes, it was such a beautiful place. Oh, was that not allowed? Should I have asked for permission before posting?
Don't worry, everything's perfectly fine.
Oh, good. I was worried for a moment.
No, it's totally fine. Actually, I was surprised when I saw your post. I had no idea you were an influencer with 100,000 followers.
Oh, you found my account?
I recognize your photography style.
Oh, no, it's nothing that glamorous. I just post about cafes and shops I visit and enjoy. It's just become sort of a travel info account.
Are you kidding? Your photos are amazing.
You're too kind.
Still, 100,000 followers is amazing. Since you don't show your face, I didn't realize at first, but I kept thinking the photos looked familiar.
I'm a bit shy about showing my face, so I keep it a secret from friends and family. I'd really appreciate if you could keep my account a secret too.
Of course! Your secret is safe with me.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
But really, thank you so much for posting. Thanks to you, we were fully booked when we opened last week. My parents were thrilled.
Huh? Your parents?
About that, I have something to confess.
Is everything okay?
I actually have a secret too. My father's the CEO of the parent company that owns the camping facility.
Really?
I probably should have mentioned it earlier.
So that's how you got the pre-opening tickets.
Yeah, I'm supposed to take over from my father eventually. Right now, I'm getting experience at one of our subsidiary companies. I haven't told any of the employees or Emma about this.
I understand wanting to make it on your own.
You do?
Of course! That's why I keep my influencer account private too. I'll keep that a secret too then.
Thank you. And if you don't mind, would you be interested in some official PR work? Do you take on that kind of sponsored content?
I do sometimes, but are you sure you want someone like me?
Your photos are exactly what we're looking for.
That's very flattering.
No, I'm being honest. We absolutely want you. I'll contact you about work opportunities soon then.
If I can be of help, I'd be happy to. I look forward to hearing from you.
Great. I'll have my team draft a proper proposal.
Looking forward to it.
And Sarah?
Yes?
Thank you again for being so honest about everything.
Of course. That's how it should be. What should I do, Sarah? I checked like you said right after our talk. You were right. He and his family don't own any of that land. They don't own a single apartment building or office building. So you finally checked? I spent all night looking through records, and worse than that, there's debt. What? David told me there wasn't any debt from the bankrupt company. Was that a lie too? No, that part wasn't a lie, but it's kind of related. What do you mean? It's worse than that. Worse how? After losing all their land and everything in the bankruptcy, his parents tried to start a new company to get it all back, but it failed after just 3 days, leaving them with nothing but debt. Just 3 days? How much debt are we talking about? You might want to sit down for this. Emma, just tell me. $200,000! 200 grand from a 3-day-old company? I know, it's insane! How is that even possible? The original loan wasn't that much, but with late payments, interest, and penalties, it grew to about that much. Oh my. That's not even the worst part! There's more? And get this, David's being horrible. He says that since we're married now, I need to help pay off the debt. Isn't this basically fraud? Well, I can see why you'd think that, having such important information hidden from you. You have to help me. Help you what? I want a divorce. Please help me. I want to secretly file for divorce, so help me out. Absolutely not. You need to figure this out on your own. Please, I'm desperate. You got yourself into this mess. Why are you being so cold? You're my sister. The same sister whose boyfriend you stole? You're the only person I can turn to. I tried contacting Jake about getting back together, but he won't even read my messages. Are you serious right now? What? How dare you try to get back with him after dumping him like that? The nerve of you! I made a mistake, okay? A mistake? You deliberately stole my boyfriend and married him. Shut up! If you won't help me, then just be quiet. At least contact Jake for me. You two exchanged contact info at the glamping trip, right? Please convince him to get back together with me. That's also a no. You don't deserve Jake. What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what it sounds like. You're hiding something from me. Well, it's nothing that concerns you anymore. Sarah, please. Whether you divorce or stay married, figure it out yourself. And give my regards to David. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Goodbye, Emma. Wait, Sarah? Don't ignore me! Emma's ex, Jake, finally returned to his family's corporate headquarters and was appointed as an executive and next in line to take over. When Emma heard about that, she completely lost it, screaming, "No way! I should never have married David!" Apparently, Emma and David are busy paying off his family's debt together, and their dinner is basically just cabbage soup every night. She got so fed up with this lifestyle that she went on a rampage, stomping on David's collection of luxury car models in his room like Godzilla destroying a city.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.